we go. You ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Come on.
We begin the championship rounds in this 5-round main event. Non-title fight, but scheduled for 5 as our main event. The total strikes after 3 rounds, Joe, identical. 79-79. Wow. Significant strikes, 73-75 advantage Franklin. This is such a close fight. Many more ground strikes thrown by Vanderlei. Kicks about the same. Vanderlei's corner saying, all right, you're back. This is your round. Right hand. 37-year-old Rich Franklin against Vanderlei Silva, who will turn 36 on July 3rd. Amazingly, he went unbeaten in 18 fights from 2000 to 2004 during his days in Pride as the Pride middleweight champion.
What a glorious run that was.
Pride records of 22 wins, 15 knockouts in the aforementioned winning streak.
But that style was very costly. I mean, Vanderlei had to have reconstructive face surgery because his nose was so smashed in, he couldn't breathe out of it, and the scar tissue over his eyes was so heavy, his eyes were constantly swelling, and he would get cut very easily. And that was because of that wild, reckless style, but it made it so exciting to watch his fights.
For Franklin, he has had 10 fights against men who have been UFC or Pride champions. This is the second one with Vanderlei Silva, so make it 11 now, and the second with Vanderlei. Griffin, Henderson, Belfort,
Richards is throwing a lot of jabs, Mike, and he keeps picking that left heel up off the ground, which leads me to believe that he's looking to power that left kick in again. Rich always moves on his toes, not a flat-footed fighter, but it looks to me like he's had some, oh, good fade, not very nice right hook there, stepped in.
Very comfortable in throwing that, and highly effective. Midway point of the 4th.
Well, I think he's realized that Vanderlei has slowed down quite a bit, and it could very well be because of that barrage at the end of the 2nd round.
Which would be somewhat uncharacteristic for Vanderlei, speaking of his conditioning in the past.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. When you have a wild sprint like
right?
that, a wild sprint like that just costs you. You know, the truth is that human beings are not meant to fight for 25 minutes.
Right.
And fighting for 5-minute rounds, you have to pace yourself.
Plus the emotion, Joe, of fighting at home for the first time in a dozen years.
And, you know, we saw, look, Shane Carwin's a guy who's always in great shape. We saw what happened with him and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That first round, he tried to finish him on the ground, went all out, and just had nothing in the second. That is just the way of fighting. If a guy survives that barrage and you punch a lot of elbows and forearms and you don't quite do the damage that you needed to do, but you burn your arms out, then you start that next round and you got lead in your legs. I mean, you see right now the way Vanderlei's trying to connect. I mean, it's possible that he could still recover, but he certainly looks slower.
It would seem unlikely that he's saving it for the 5th and final round. But time will tell if we get there, right? You don't want to give away 2 rounds.
But Richard's great.
Yep.
Good. Oh, no. And that was a bad one. That was a bad one.
Vanderlei, fica lá.
Here we go. How many of these have we seen tonight?
Too many.
Shazam, son. Ooh, the look on his face. It says it all. Oh, and that was not like a toe. That was all shin and foot. What is he doing? What's going on there?
You think I have the answer?
I'm just hoping we can keep this conversation going.
Do we want to?
I do.
Weather here's been great. So you want to be an ultimate fighter.
That was the thing they always used to tell you in kickboxing when you get hit, to jump up on your heels, but it never made me feel any better. I think it's just to take your eyes off or your mind off the fact that you just got kicked in the balls. Now he's doing sumo exercises. gonna just tough it out. Man.
Ready? Ready?
That's a
Let's
terrible
go.
feeling,
Watch
folks.
your heel
If you've
kick.
never been hit there, well, if you've never been hit there, you're probably not a boy.
Yeah, and don't try at home. Just over a minute left, so
What a stupid design by Mother Nature.
yeah, unintentional as it was, Joe, that gave Vanderlei a little time to rest while Rich was recovering.
Look at Rich, Muhammad Ali style.
Rich is just evolved in front of our eyes.
Good combo right there.
Remember that. His highlight reel knockout was the straight left of Nate Quarry back in Miami many years ago.
That was just straight nasty.
Back in
Vanderlei
November of
counter
05.
There's that body kick by Rich again, but Vanderlei countered with a right hand.
That was in Franklin's first defense of his middleweight championship. Final 15 seconds of the fourth round. All Franklin in the third and fourth after Vanderlei almost finished the fight in the second. Vanderlei pushing forward at the end of the round.
I just got sweat in my mouth.
Start breathing deep and
Sprayed.
That's not great.
Sprayed off them. They're right. They fought right next to us.
For those who say we have the best seat in the house.
Where am I?
Still the best seat. I'll take it.
I've got you ahead. Okay. I've got you ahead pretty
little bit of
well.
sweat.
Dropped you. You're going to
Might
give him
need
that
an age
round.
test, but I'll take
Even though
it.
you came back. Well, let's give him no excuses. So I want you busy this round, but I want you smart. Okay? I want you setting up off your feints. That buttery jab, we work 1 and 2 to get in. You use it to set up the left hand. Set up the kicks. When you throw your kicks,
Now you got to win this round. Let's end this fight beautifully. Use your kicks, use your legs. To take him down too.
That is an exhausted looking Vanderlei Silva.
Yeah. Fifth and final round. Franklin outstruck Silva 17-7 in that fourth round. Champion against champion.
There
the
we go.
former
Let's
UFC
go. You
middleweight
ready?
champion, the former
You
Pride
ready?
champion.
Let's go. Come on.
The final round of the rematch. I have a feeling Franklin's going to need to weather another storm. How much of a storm Vanderlei has left is yet to be determined.
Yeah, if he's got it in him, he's going to bleed it out right now.
There's no question. He will leave it in the octagon.
No question.
And Franklin is well aware of that fact. Big swing and a miss. Franklin's using good head feints prior to his punches. Dancing around. The jab. The work that Rob Radford has done with his boxing, Neil Rowe with his Muay Thai is so visible here tonight.
Good straight left.
Under 4 minutes remain in this fight, our main event of the evening. First fight at home in 12 years for Silva. He wants to leave the victor. Franklin stole the show in Germany. Can he steal it tonight in his native land? The counter by Vanderlei. Arms are heavy here. Franklin set a UFC middleweight record with 127 strikes in his title defense against David Loazo years ago.
And I believe he fought most of that fight with a broken hand.
Yeah, he's at 102 right now for total strikes. Significant strikes, almost at 100 for Franklin. And we term those significant strikes as one that do damage. You know the tornado's coming. You just want to keep moving and keep picking them apart in the process.
This is one of the most, one of the fights where you see the most footwork from Rich Franklin. I'm trying to think of a fight where he moved so well.
There you see the total strikes updated and the head strikes very even. Our stats all night long brought to you by Dodge, the official automobile of the UFC. To the body. We're past the midway point of the 5th and final round.
Stiff jab by Franklin. Vanderlei's got it in him. Now's the time to hit the gas. Good left-right by Franklin.
Don't forget the post-fight show is live tonight on Fuel TV. Rashad Evans, Mark Munoz with Jay Glazer, Karen Bryant is here in Brazil. It's a coming. 140 left.
Yes, sir.
When Vanderlei explodes wildly, if he has the energy to do it, Franklin looks up at the clock. Franklin could actually finish this fight. Silva pushed forward momentarily. Franklin with that footwork.
You can see Vanderlei gearing up for a big finish.
Yep. Yep.
That's it.
There it is. Big right hand. 1 minute left. And again with the right. Silva trying to force the action late. Rich wisely circling away from the powerful right hand of Silva. 40 seconds. Vanderlei the big swing. 30 seconds. Franklin snuck a look up at the clock. 20 seconds. 15. 10. Silva with a right hand. Oh! Swinging wildly to the finish. Vanderlei Silva. Rich Franklin.
Rich hit it at the end. The very end. Rich caught him with a straight left.
Joe, I had said earlier, Rich might catch Vanderlei when he goes berserker on him late, and he did.
Wow.
Right as the horn sounded. Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
Look at that. And there's that right hand counter. That's early in the first round. And the second was where Vanderlei hurt Rich. And there it is. There's the right hand that dropped him. And there is the big swarm of punches as he tried to finish, and Rich gamely hung in there. And there's round 3. Straight left by Rich, followed by a body lock and an outside trip. Takes him down, ground and pound by Rich Franklin. Round 4 was Rich Franklin boxing. Moving, shooting that stiff jab and the straight left. And the 5th and final round ended with a wild barrage by both fighters. Vanderlei landed that counter hook, and this is the end. Look at this wild exchange. And there's the left hand that hurt him.
That man is the king of MMA from the Queen City, Rich Franklin. Bruce Buffer has our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Rich Ace Franklin!